June 2013. Kedar Valley had just woken up in May. The Char Dham Yatra had started after 6 months of snow-covered hibernation. Devotees had started pouring in, and the locals were looking forward to another great year. On 16th and 17th June 2013, the areas upstream of Kedarnath experienced unprecedented rainfall, which caused flash floods. Rivers were already overflowing when the Chaurabadi Glacier Lake burst. This resulted in a massive wall of water and debris hurtling through River Mandakini and sweeping everything that came in its way.
बहुत भारी वर्षा हो रही थी और जगह जगह पे जो है रोड ब्लॉक होने की और लोगों के फंसे होने की सूचना हमें लगातार प्राप्त हो रही थी.
With 79 roads blocked or washed away and 29 bridges damaged, an emergency situation existed in the district, particularly in the Kedarnath Valley, where 22,000 pilgrims and 25,000 residents were totally cut off.
It was a very Herculean task to rescue and evacuate the pilgrims who were caught at various places, and then providing civil supplies, food, water, clothing, blankets to these people. It was all done through the help of administration, Indian Air Force, Indian Army, police, ITBP.
The rescue operations matched a war-like situation. Almost 22,000 pilgrims were evacuated from the region within 6 days. Food, water, clothes, blankets, and medicines were heli-dropped or distributed through relief camps.
Many NGOs also dropped in. They also went through the mountainous routes, through the trolleys, taking ration and fuel and food for these cut-off villagers and helped the administration side by side.
There was a spontaneous outburst of humanitarian support from across the country. After relief distribution, these agencies have been focusing across sectors like shelters, infrastructure, livelihood, childcare, education, and healthcare. With Himalayan winters fast approaching and nearly 2,000 houses damaged, many agencies focused on providing shelters.
इनका सपोर्ट इन्होंने बना दी, ऐसे मकान बनाएंगे रहेंगे, ऐसी हैसियत नहीं आ रही थी जब हमारा घर बह गया. तो इन लोगों ने सारा दिया, सरकार ने थोड़ी मदद की.
Along with reconstructing shelters, rebuilding infrastructure is another major construction activity going on. While most utilities were repaired on an interim basis within a month of the disaster, government departments are now working on permanent restoration of roads, electricity, water supply, etc. Multiple support agencies are working on rebuilding primary and secondary schools, child-friendly spaces, Anganwadi centers, and community centers. Many agencies are working on providing hostels for orphans and improving education delivery mechanisms. As most of the inhabitants of the district were dependent on the Kedar Yatra for their livelihood, alternative livelihood options are needed. Almost 1 million man-days of employment has been generated through Manrega. Many agencies are now focusing on the livelihood sector in a coordinated manner.
In whole of this response from the administration side and parallelly from the side of the NGOs, the one nodal factor, the one coordinating factor was the role of United Nations Disaster Management Team. UNDMT deputed two experts, Mr. Praveen and Mr. Rishi. They have been very, very helpful in providing us the expertise.
Immediately after the disaster, government invited UN to carry out an assessment, needs assessment. UN was then asked to do the social sector plan. In the early month of September, UN was invited to do the coordination of rehabilitation and recovery programs of various districts.
One of the important things that we have been working on is ensuring that the right set of paperwork is done before the organizations start their work.
Members of Red Are India, a humanitarian non-profit organization that provides training, recruitment and advisory services for emergencies, have been deployed as UNDMT coordinators. And they have been effective in bringing government and civil society organizations together.
तो UNDMT की टीम ने काफी कोऑपरेट किया हमारे पास, especially Praveen and Rishi.
It has been very helpful to have UNDMT here.
The district level authorizations, which have helped the support agencies in executing their work within and outside the district, are provided within days, sometimes even within hours. With nearly all the government departments and over 60 civil society organizations focusing on recovery, the district is throbbing with activity. Yet, while we have traveled a lot on the path to recovery, we still have miles to go, and miles to go before we sleep.